vlog, I figured I would open up because I don't know where I'm going to start this as. This is either just going to be a recipe vlog, or I will do like a recipe and maybe add some cleaning or something. I think I'm going to clean my car out some today because it needs to be done, so maybe that, I don't know. But I thought I would open it up anyways. I'm going to be making, a lot of people call them funeral sandwiches. And the reason for that is because apparently a lot of times people serve these at funerals, but it's literally just a baked ham and Swiss sandwich, and it's super duper easy. You make it, you put it, it's kind of like you let them marinate a little bit, put it in the fridge either overnight or a few hours up in the day, and then bake. So easy. Something quick you can throw together. You can use it with leftover ingredients, or if you're trying to use up like your deli meat or you got cheese or something that you don't want to ruin, it's just really easy. So that's mainly what our vlog's gonna consist of today. So I'll probably end up doing a lot of voiceover on it. Michael's home it's Saturday, and Willow's here, of course, with her cartoons, and also if it's really loud or like if he's here, I do voiceovers, or if it's not that bad, I'll just talk it out. But I'm going to go get my ingredients out in a little bit, and I will hopefully talk y'all through the process. Yeah, I see. You see Daddy watching the... Daddy? Yeah, he's watching the cars. Say, hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy. Okay, so these are all the ingredients that you need. This is kind of done to taste, so I'm going to try to give you exact measurements. Most of them call for Hawaiian sweet rolls, like the name brand, but I just got the Sam's Choice. This is like the Walmart off-brand. Works just as good. So you're going to need a pack of these, some deli meat. I'm doing ham. We have a little bit left over of like a better brand, I guess. And then we have some of this. So it really doesn't matter. It's just how much ham that you want on here. Sometimes I've put a lot, sometimes I've put a little. So your meat, you kind of just judge. You can use any meat and any cheese, but I'm doing ham and Swiss. And then I have a pack of the Great Value sliced baby Swiss. I think it's going to end up taking about probably 6 slices or so for this is what I'll end up doing. I'll try to give updated measurements. And most recipes call for 1 stick of melted butter, but we have found that that is way too much and that they are almost greasy. So, like I said, you could put the full stick of butter, which is 8 tablespoons, but it's just way too much. Honestly, I think you could actually do 5 tablespoons and get away with it. So, I done 6, and it came out pretty good, way better than the full stick, but I just put my 6 tablespoons of butter into a microwave-safe bowl and then put it in the microwave and heat it in intervals of about 10 to 15 seconds, depending on whether or not your butter is frozen or cold from the fridge. Mine was frozen, so it took a little longer. So just melt and check every few seconds or so just to make sure that it's not exploding in your microwave. Okay, so you want your butter melted, like absolutely liquid melted. There's a little piece in there that's still melting, but it's hot enough that it's all going to liquefy. And once your butter is melted, you're going to add your sugar to the butter and mix it together. This is brown sugar, by the way. I don't know if I said that. I think I did. And my scoop is a 2 tablespoon scoop. So I'm probably going to do a little less than that. So I would say 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending on how sweet you want it. And then just pour it right into the butter mixture. And then next you're going to add Dijon mustard. I have honey Dijon mustard, which is one of the reasons I didn't put a lot of brown sugar, because this is already going to add some sweetness to it. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of this. That's about 1 tablespoon. And then put it into the mixture. And then next you're going to add Worcestershire sauce. And I'm doing 2 tablespoons of this. I think most recipes call for 3, but that's a little much. So I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons. So there's 1. And 2. And next is garlic powder. This is to taste. A lot of recipes don't call for this, but we like it. I literally am just gonna add like a dash. So not a lot. And then once your mixture is in the bowl, just slowly combine or whisk it into so once it's combined, it's going to look something like this. You're almost making a marinade for the bread, and then set this aside. And I'm using an 8x11 casserole dish. You could do this, just find a pan that fits your bread and you're good. But sometimes I use disposable where I don't have to clean up as well. So you're going to slide the whole package of rolls out whole. You don't want to pull these apart, and then lay it on its side, and you're going to cut evenly through these to make a top and a bottom layer. And this is best if you use like a serrated blade to cut through, or a bread knife works the best. Can you sit down? Sit down. Big girl, be careful. Yeah, be careful, that's right. Okay, so I could have done it a little bit more even, but it's not that big of a deal. So once you have, and then something I like to do that I haven't seen a lot of the recipes call for is put a little bit of this on the bottom of the pan before you lay, this is the butter mixture, before you actually sit the bread down. Just put a good little coat, and this helps the bottom get the flavor, and also they won't burn. And then lay your bottom layer down. And then you're going to take probably about a third of your mixture, not quite half, and just kind of drizzle into this bottom layer of the bread. And try to get it even, because these are going to be cut into individual sandwiches, so you want a little bit like in each bite. And then whatever deli meat you're doing, I'm doing hamandswiss this time, but normally we do turkey. And then just take your meat, and a lot of them layer it like round, but what I like to do that I think works better is fold it into like individual roll sizes, because then you get more meat and it just tastes better that way. Careful. Willow. You're being wild. Once you have your meat on top, doesn't have to be pretty. I added a little bit more on this end. Then you're going to add your cheese. As soon as you get it open. Yep. The same thing goes for the cheese. These are also really good if you do roast beef. We've had that, and we've had chicken and turkey. They're all really good. So 6 slices on that. So once you get the cheese on, y'all have to pardon Willow. She's ready for a nap. I'm trying to hurry. I take like 1 good spoonful of this and just kind of drizzle over that. Maybe a little bit more. So once you have a coat of that, you're just gonna put your rolls on top and top with the remainder of the butter. And one important thing I like to do is make sure there's like one good drizzle around the edge. And once all your butter is on, a lot of people use poppy seeds, but I like to use the everything bagel seasoning. This is optional. This is just something I like to do. I'm just going to sprinkle some over the top evenly. And then the last thing is you want a sprinkle of brown sugar on top. This kind of like caramelizes it a little bit and gives it a crust. So not a lot, just a pinch for texture really. So this is what they look like assembled. And the best thing to do with this is to cover with foil and then stick in the fridge overnight. But this is for dinner tonight and it's lunchtime, so I'm just going to sit it in the fridge. Not even going to worry about foil right now because I've got to clean the whole fridge anyway. And it's 1 p.m. I'll probably cook them around 6, but overnight is best. And then I'll pick back up when we cook. What's the matter? Are you sleepy? You ready to go night-night? Night-night? Okay. Okay, so I feel like this is basically common knowledge, but just in case, never put a glass dish out of the refrigerator straight into a hot oven. I didn't have time to let my pan warm up to room temp before putting it in a hot oven, so what I've done was just put it straight in the oven cold and then let the oven warm the pan up with it, because if you put a cold pan in a hot oven, it can explode and send shards of glass everywhere. You don't want that to happen. So anyways, I put it from a cold oven to 375 and then I done 15 minutes. So if you're using a hot oven, I would say just eyeball it at around the 10-minute mark just to make sure they're not too brown. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. They smell absolutely amazing. I'm just gonna pull them out and check. This is honestly kind of just to your liking. So if you want them to have more of a like crunchy bread crust to them, I guess. Can't make this timer go off. You can cook them longer. I already mentioned if you use the full stick of butter, they are kind of soggy. Oh, these look so good. I wish y'all could smell this. It smells so good. Okay, I think this is pretty good. I don't know that I want to cook them any longer. I think this is perfect, actually. So I'm going to let them sit just a few minutes and then I will cut them. I usually just run like my knife or server down it where you can pull individual sandwiches out. And I was just sitting here thinking, I mentioned earlier I've done roast beef ones, I've done turkey ones, I've done ham ones, and I've also used some chicken deli meat. But I really think I'm going to make some buffalo chicken ranch mozzarella sliders like that. I think that would be so good. So I'm actually going to come up with like a little, I guess, recipe tonight, because I can already figure out in my head like how it changes out. And I might buy the stuff to do that now. I'm going to work on that. That sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut and let them cool a little bit, because they're too hot to eat, but also you want it to kind of absorb the butter completely, just in case it's still a little bit wet. Are so good. I was telling Michael my idea about the buffalo chicken ranch ones. I'm probably gonna get the stuff to do that next week, because I think that sounds really good. Okay, so I'm gonna hurry up and eat this where I can get church clothes and stuff ready for tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please comment down below. Tell me if you've ever had these, or if you have a version of them you like. And if you have any ideas for a recipe that you would like to see me come up with or try out, comment and let me know, and I might look into that. But